What's up, guys? It has been a while since I've been on here. Part of it is because I have not put any of my brainstorms onto this recording. Another part is this past month has been a lot, and it's been, my main focus has been my family, and it's been Nick, and his family, mainly his family. So it's just been a lot, and I haven't really had the time to write anything down or speak about anything. And then we went on vacation with my family, and yeah, so it's just been a lot. But I feel like since I took such a while to talk about anything, I feel like it's all now bottled up, and I'm overwhelmed, and I'm sad, and now I'm ready to speak because I haven't wrote anything down, which I'm the first person to say, don't bottle everything up, write it down, talk about it, but I have not had the time to, and now I'm like literally to my breaking point where I just want to have a mental breakdown every single day. The last day of vacation for Nick and I, the last night I just got super depressed, and I stayed in the hotel room the whole entire day, just because everything is starting to catch up. Before Nick and I left for vacation, I had gone to the doctors, and I have had so many problems with my, sorry, this is TMI, with my period, with me thinking that I'm pregnant and me not being pregnant, and then I've been through it freaking all. About 5 years ago, I had got, maybe 6.5 now, actually a little bit longer than that. I was on the Mirena, not by my choosing. I never wanted to be on birth control ever again in my entire life, but I was living with my stepmom, and at the time when I was living with her, she wanted me to be on birth control because she was like, well, it's my roof, so you have to do what I say, blah, 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 whatever. She's crazy. So I got on it, but now I am paying for it because the Mirena is a no-go in my book. It has caused me so many problems. After I had got off of it, for one, the reason why I got off of it is because it, part of it, broke off and, floated, anywhere you could think of. So then I had to get surgery, and then I was, on my period for months at a time, and I became anemic and lost so much blood, and then I was on every freaking pill you could think of to try to get my blood levels back up, and me to ovulate again, and to this and that, and this and that, and I had... After the procedure, my doctor wanted to put me back on birth control, and I was like, are you kidding me? I just went through all of this because of the birth control, and now you're telling me you want to put me back on birth control. I was like, there's just absolutely no freaking way. So, it's been, in October, it'll be 3 years since I have not been on birth control, and since then, my periods have been still shit. I'll get it for a steady 6 months, and then boom, I won't get it for 2 months, and then in my head I'm like, oh my god, Nick, we're pregnant, we're having a baby, it's here, this is what's happening. And then I buy 1,000 pregnancy tests, and they're negative every single frickin' time. So that is frustrating, and it is mostly frustrating because I have already had a child, And I was 15 when I had her. And at the time, obviously, no 15-year-old is ready to have a child. I wasn't ready to have a child. And obviously, I did put her up for adoption. And so it just sucks because, like, I've had a child, and now I don't even get to, like, I didn't get to keep her. And now I'm 23 years old, and I'm stable, and I have a good job, and I have my own place, and Nick and I have our own place, and we're doing so well. And it's like every single time we think that we're pregnant is negative. And it's just like, so why did I get pregnant at 15 and I can't get pregnant at 23? Like, it's confusing to me, and it's frustrating because every single time my period's off, my doctors are like, okay, well, we'll just toss you on this pill, and you need to take this so that you can ovulate. But, like, I'm ovulating, and Nick is fine, and I've gotten blood work done, and I've gotten ultrasounds, and everything under the sun that you can think of, I've had done. And I'm, like, I'm just so frustrated. I'm so freaking frustrated. And it's just, I don't know. I really don't know. I wish that freaking God would send me a sign, like, as to why. I just want to know why. And I'm struggling with that. And I'm, like, being hard on myself. And I'm trying not to be, but it is so hard. It's so hard, like, it's so hard. Like, I just don't even know. Like, I can't even put it into words right now. Like, that's how frustrating and upsetting it is that I have been dealing with something for so long. And it's just like, why? Like, can someone give me an answer? But this past doctor's appointment was really frustrating because I thought that I was, and I was literally having all the symptoms that you can think of. I've had them, write them on my forehead, like, I've had them, and I took 2 pregnancy tests, and of course they were both negative. So my period was so steady, and then I was like, oh, well, this is perfect. And then when I didn't get my period for that month, I was like, oh, well, maybe this is the time, because, like, my period's been fine, like, blah, blah, blah. Well, then my period came, and at first I was spotting, and that's, like, why I thought I was pregnant. And I, like, told my aunts, and I was like, my lower back hurts, like, I'm spotting, like, I, like, feel nauseous, and I'm craving this, and I'm craving that. And they were like, oh my God, well, we're ready. And I'm like, okay. So my aunt told me to wait another week, and I waited, and it was negative. And then I went to the doctor, and my doctor's like, well, we're just hitting a dead wall. And I was like, cool, great, fantastic. Like, literally, why are we hitting a dead wall? Like, you're telling me, like, through everything that you put me through all the tests, like, and it's not cheap. Like, medical bills are not cheap at all. Like, I haven't, like, even if a good insurance takes care of that, it's just like every time I turn around I have a new bill, because it's just frustrating trying to figure out what the main cause is, and for my doctor to look me in the eye and be like, well, I'm gonna recommend you to somebody else because we are hitting a dead wall. And then they tried to put me on this pill, and I'm like, this is the 5th time that you guys have put me on this pill since everything first started. So why, like, obviously after the 3rd time it's not gonna work. So I didn't take it. But after that, like, the day after, literally, I got my period, and I was on my period for about 23 days, and it was right before we went on vacation. And I called my doctor. I was like, listen, I'm going on vacation, and we're driving down there. I was like, it is so heavy that I can't even sit for more than an hour and a half. So you guys need to put me on something to make it stop, because I can't take it anymore. So, of course, here we go with the same routine. Back on this pill that just makes my period stop to try to regulate. And now guess what they want? They want another ultrasound because they think that I have endometriosis. And a part of me doesn't want to go get the ultrasound because I just have a gut feeling that it's not going to be that, because this will be my third ultrasound within a year and a half. So, and if it is that, it's just crazy to me that how fast everything changes. But also I have gotten surgeries, and you're telling me that you didn't see one thing abnormal from those surgeries. It is just so frustrating, because at the end of the day, more than anything that I want than to be married to the love of my life is to be able to have children. And I will really be devastated if I can't. One, it'll make me sad for Nick because he is almost touching 30, and I know how bad he wants children. And also, I feel like it's just who I am, and it's in my heart to be a mother. And if I can't do that, I feel like I would have failed. And I told myself I would never cry on this, so just to bear with me. That's just how I feel, and I feel there is just so much emotion, and so it's just frustrating. But on the plus side, my best friend is having a baby, and I'm like literally over the moon about that. So if I can have children, then I can just live through her while she gets pregnant all the time. Well, hopefully more than one child. But that is just something that these past couple months, it has been hard. But I'm hoping to get a second and a third opinion, because I need answers. And if any girls, or if you know anyone going through this, please freaking message me and just let me know, if you've been in the same boat, and I don't think anyone really, talks about this kind of stuff, because it's oh, you're too young, and da-da-da. Nothing against anybody, but I have just never wanted to be an older mother, and that's just my preference, just because, for one, I want more than one child, and I would like to start young. Sorry, Nick. I love you to death, but we're having more than one kid. But I just want to see if anyone else has been through it, and where and how I should go about it. Because I feel defeated, and like I said, I just feel frustrated because it's the same results every single time, and it's just confusing to me how I could be going to such a great doctor, and he has all these great reviews, and he can't even help me, and I feel helpless, and I feel like crap. But I have been praying, and I don't pray often just because of my own beliefs and my own experiences with God and church, and that's a different story. But I have finally come into my own person, and I'm finally realizing that maybe asking God and praying and all of that stuff will kind of lead me in some direction. But thank you guys for listening, and before I start to cry even more, I am gonna go try to clean or something, but I promise to post more. But like I said, thank you guys, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.